I guess it's ironic that I hate influencer culture so much for its vapid and vain lifestyle while having a regular channel on YouTube myself, but there it is. Most of the time when I see that a horror film is centering on influencers, and there have been a lot of them lately, I get a sour taste in my mouth. But every now and then, a film like Sissy, or the film we're looking at today, Influencer, comes along and does a fantastic job of capturing the essence of the lifestyle while telling a compelling story. Influencer is just that. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. Influencer is new, streaming on Shudder. It's directed by Kurtis David Harder and written by Tesh, Guttikonda, and Kurtis David Harder. Though she was supposed to go on a trip to Thailand with her boyfriend, social media influencer Madison, played by Emily Tennant, decides to keep her plan and tour Thailand alone. This is where she meets CW, played by Cassandra Nod, who is not really into the influencer thing, but does seem to be looking for companionship and quickly befriends Madison. But all is not what it seems. Of course not. There wouldn't be a movie otherwise. Influencer is a top-tier level suspense thriller, classically and ingeniously constructed from start to finish. It plays out a scenario, and then moves on to another chapter with a new set of people, only to have that first scenario come back and bite the second one in the ass. I'm being vague, I know, but I really don't want to give too much away involving the mystery and suspense of Influencer, other than the fact that the film has loads of both. Director Kurtis David Harder has constructed a tense nail-biter reminiscent of some of Hitchcock's classics that guide you through dark and dangerous corridors, in this case, the wonderful culture of Thailand. Now, while the scenery is gorgeous, I can't get over how well paced the puzzle pieces are in this thriller. While taking in the sights, this becomes a very complex cautionary tale to not travel alone and be wary of what you see on the touchscreen. It's about modern technology surrounded in a beautiful but dangerous package, delivering a warning that even though you have many followers online, it's the followers in the real world that are the most dangerous. There were moments that I was able to predict by the end of the movie, but I enjoyed seeing them play out nevertheless. It helps that this film is filled with stunning and talented people. Tennant is lovable as Madison, who might be a bit flighty, but is able to show real emotion, though she may be written off as the typical egotistical influencer at first sight. The same goes for her boyfriend Ryan, played by Rory J. Saper, who seems like the typical douchey boyfriend at first, but it turns out he is in love deeply with Madison, and it really fleshes out the character into someone worth rooting for. Later in the film, Sarah Canning, who I last saw in Superhost, another influencer horror flick of sorts, plays Jessica, who again is drop-dead gorgeous and touring Thailand for a photo shoot, but is quite savvy past her model looks. If there's a message to Influencer, it's don't judge a book by its cover, given the way the characters are presented, and then how the film lets you get to know their deeper sides. But really, this is Cassandra Nod's movie. Hopefully she can move on to something big after this, as she delivers a rock star performance as the local with a definite agenda. The way she slyly manipulates everyone around her with her doe eyes, innocent demeanor, and slightly insecure manners is wonderful to see play out. It's like seeing a predator do what it's best at and marveling at the execution. Nod is indeed a beauty, but as described in the film, she's utterly unique due to her facial birthmark. But it's not just that. There is the way she moves her eyes and the body language she exudes that makes her sexy as all get out, but as deadly as a Bond villain. I hope to see lots more of Nod in future films. So I think I did a pretty good job of keeping the secrets of Influencer under wraps for this review. It's got some tasty suspense, sumptuous sights, and pretty people getting into all kinds of peril. It would make the perfect double feature with another Shudder exclusive, Sissy, which itself is about the perils of taking your online persona a little too seriously. but Influencer feels like one of those top-tier sexy thrillers Joe Esterhaus specialized in during the 90s. There's a sleaziness to it, but it's difficult to look away from. Just check this one out and thank me later. It's a diabolically good thriller.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside